Well, hey, everybody, welcome back to the podcast for Southern Oregon Housing. I'm Alice Lema. I'm a principal broker at Home and Land Real Estate. And we got a little surprise this week. Interest rates went down to 6.19%. That's per Freddie Mac. That's where we get our information. And just to bring it into perspective, a year ago, so this would be last October, rates were 6.54, and January 2025, which was 10 months ago, they were 7%. And now they're down to 6.19. So you don't hear me go on and on about how low interest rates are very often. But this is kind of a big deal. And this is pushing buyers off the sidelines and into the market. So this podcast today, sellers, get ready. Rates are down and prices are steady. So we want to talk about both, not only the increase in buyers coming into the market, because the caveat on that piece of data is that we still have more sellers than buyers. However, it's changing and we're looking for that balanced state, and we're getting it with the prices. So I want to show you this graph that we made, and it shows Jackson County over the prices over the last 3 years. You can see that we've had very little growth in prices for the last almost 36 months, but for sure the last 24 months. And the growth has been low and slow, like I've been calling it. I sound like a broken record. But you can see on Jackson County, the median price back in 2023 was $400,000. It only went up to $410,000 in 2024, and it's only $415,000 for 2025. And the growth change is predicted to be 1.4%, maybe 2% for 2026. It depends on the neighborhood. It depends on the kind of house, that whole thing. However, we're looking at a 2-year change for Jackson County. It was only 3.8% appreciation, and a 1-year change was just 1.2. And so I just want to both buyers and sellers, but mostly sellers, because sellers are the ones that are getting twisted, that the prices are low. If you saw the podcast from last week, you'll see that on average, Southern Oregonians have more than $80,000 worth of equity built up from COVID, from the 2017, 2019 period. But that is that other podcast. But I just want to remind you that if you purchase something before COVID, you've got a ton of equity. All right. And yes, prices are down, but they're stable. It just feels tight. They've gone down for 12 months, 24 months, 36 months, depending on your neighborhood. It feels tight, but we're stabilizing. And the projection is very, very little growth. So what that means is, sellers, if you would put your house on the market in spring, you're not going to get that much more money. If you want to wait till the end of 2026, you're not going to get that much more money. So Alice says, why don't you do it now? Because we have some tailwinds with the market going into winter and early 2026 that we normally don't have. Okay. So let's run by Josephine County real quick. The last 3 years have been even harder on Josephine County than they were Jackson County. Josephine County median prices in 2023, you can see this graph, 370,000 and some change. 2024, 380,000, and then 2025 back to 370,000. So Grants Pass is showing zero to negative growth. That's Nero. Zero to negative growth. We just invented a new word in the housing market, Nero. So again, if you're in Josephine County, even if you're on the river where the prices are high and the demand is higher, we're looking for low growth, if any at all. And it's the same story. Sellers, you might as well put your house on the market now if you can if you can physically manage that. If it's a second home, if you've got your eye on something else, and you're getting a good deal on that something else, if you're not having the entire family over to your house for the holidays, then you're in a position to put your place on the market, and you might find that the conditions are pretty good going into 2026. If you're not ready, you're not ready. But I just wanted to wave the flag that this could be a really good time for sellers. Buyers, same old, except that the rates are down to 6.19. That is amazing. Run, don't walk to your favorite lender. Get pre-approved, get reapproved if you're already pre-approved, because your approval could go up if the rates go down enough. So, and in the meantime, a lot of the buyers were sitting on the sidelines, working 2 jobs, saving more money, going without, the dinners out or the coffees or whatever people are spending their money on. And they have a bigger down payment. So it could be really fun for buyers as well. You can kind of catch this tail end of the downturn. So, but either way, let me know what you want to do. Give me a call, give me a text, 541-301-7980. That's 541-301-7980. I want to be your agent. I'm a great listing agent, great buyer's agent, great with investments. Got the Home Nest Property Management Landlord's Corner video, and we also have the market statistics video on YouTube. So check all of that out. It's a lot of content. We want to help you be a good consumer. So give me a call, give me a text. In the meantime, hug those you love. We'll see you next time. Bye, folks.